YouTube. Excuse me. My name is Caylin. I am so thankful for everyone that reached out with all of their questions for my Q&A today. I'm so sorry for the delay. I just was having so many technical difficulties and then plans got in the way, but here I am. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been patient and still willing to support me. Also, I received so many questions that were regarding like nursing and relationship stuff, which I definitely want to talk about, but I think I'm going to talk about those things in like their own videos. So I'm really sorry if I don't answer your question today, but I promise that I'm going to answer in other YouTube videos, so just stay tuned. Also, a lot of people that asked me questions were asking me more in-depth questions. They weren't really asking me like the background information, so I'm going to start with some background information for people that don't really know me, and then I'll jump into the questions. Also, I'm looking down because I have my notebook here, so yes. But I'll first start with my name is Caylin. A lot of people call me Caitlin or Kayla, but I promise that's not my name. My name is Caylin, so no T. I am 22 years old. My birthday is in August. I am a Leo, so I'll be 23 this year. I come from a fairly big family, originally from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'm living here in a suburb of Phoenix right now with my fiance. I graduated in May of 2018 with my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, currently working as a registered nurse here in Arizona on a medical surgical psych floor. I graduated from the Bowling Green State University, and I went to school also at the University of Toledo, which is kind of funny because like the programs are conjoined, but I did graduate. It's funny because the funny part was that they're rivals, but I did graduate from Bowling Green, so go Falcons, talents up. What else? Let's jump into the questions. So the first one is, what are your wedding and honeymoon details, and is planning difficult? Well, planning is not difficult right now because it hasn't started. We want to get married back in Michigan, so planning from this far away is pretty difficult to even think about. So we haven't started, and we also want to get married after he graduates, so we still have another year and a half of school before he graduates, so it'll be sometime after that, so maybe in the next year or so. Maybe it should start planning sooner than that. I don't really know. But probably in the next 2 to 3 years we'll be getting married. And then honeymoon details, still not planned, but my idea of an ideal honeymoon is going on a cruise, because I just think that cruises are great. I've been on a few. Dwayne's never been, so that's something I definitely want to experience with him, but he's not so fond of the idea. He kind of wants to just like go to an island or a country and just, you know, live life there. But I love cruises because everything's planned for you. Like, you pick where you want to go, you pick the cruise line, and then you pay for it and you go, and everything is planned for you, and I think that's the best part. We can't even decide what we want for dinner, so to plan a whole honeymoon would just be, I don't know, too stressful. And I want our honeymoon to be the most carefree thing, like don't have to think about anything, just jump on board, unplug from social media and everything, and just, you know, enjoy like a week or two together. So that's what I want to do, so that's what I'm pushing for. Are you going back to school? It's definitely in the plans. I do want to go back to school, but I want to make sure that what I pick to do is what I want to stick with for the rest of my life, because I don't want to do school after that. And right now I'm kind of thinking of mental health nurse practitioner, but I want to finish out my year and see how things go and see if I'm interested in anything else by the end of this first year of my job. If not, I'll probably start applying, because I definitely want to have that done sooner than later. So yeah, I do want to go back to school. What is your favorite college memory? That's so hard because there are so many great things that happened in college. So I'm going to name a few because I can't narrow it down to one, but one of my favorites was getting my little Christiana. I love her and I miss you. From day one, everyone was like, that's your mini me, that's your mini me, and I'm like, now I realize she really is. We have so much in common, and that day was just so magical. Like I made these shirts, like mine was Beyonce and then hers was blue on her shirt, and it was just so cute. um, but also so many other great memories. Just like joining my sorority to begin with. I'm a Kappa Delta, so AOT to all my sisters. Um, Dance marathon. Dance marathon was probably one of my favorites for sure. I participated in 3 of my 4 years of college. My junior year, I biked 180 miles from Cincinnati, Ohio to Bowling Green, all FTK, and I'm just so thankful for the experience. Still supporting the kids, so FTK to everyone that has done it and everyone that is going to do it. If you're in high school, if you're currently in college, or if you have no idea what it is and you're not, but you still want to support, look into it, because Dance Marathon changes kids' lives and families' lives, like for real. Like all of the funds go to these hospitals that pay for things like incubators and diapers and just so many things that kids need in the hospital, and just helping pay for all of the medical expenses for these families that are going through these things that are just such tough times. Like there's these 6 kiddos in here that have no idea what's going on. Like they feel sick, but they don't understand what is happening. And then these parents that are just like so confused why this is happening, are wondering when they're gonna get home, if they're gonna get home, and it's just like so sad, and it is just such a big thing to be a part of, because you are changing people's lives by being a part of it. So if you're interested even in the slightest bit, look into it, because it's definitely amazing. Yes. Let's see. How do you keep in touch with people from back home? Social media, texting, calling, FaceTime. We're really far away, so that's really the only means. Let's see, in 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself? So in 5 years, I see myself pregnant. I have such bad baby fever. Oh my gosh, I look bald, but I promise there's a bun on top of my head. But yes, I am one of those people that has been planning my life since I was young. So I'm like, by 26 or 27, I want to start having a family, and things are in line for that. So hopefully. But also 5 years from now is our 10-year high school reunion. So hopefully not pregnant at the same time, because I want to be lit with my friends. But we can do 2 things in 1 year, right? By 10 years, I hope to, also by 5 years, I hope to have finished my master's if I decide to go back to school. And then by 10 years, Dwayne's in occupational therapy, my fiance, if I didn't say his name yet, and I'm in nursing. So if I do get my master's and become a nurse practitioner, we would both have the ability to own our own practice. So we're thinking that we might do something together if it all works out. So yeah, by 10 years, I would hope that that's started. How do you feel about moving in your new job? So I'm going to talk about my new job in another video, but I will tell you that it was awful, and now I'm feeling better. How did I feel about moving? Same thing. It was awful at the beginning, very anxiety provoking. It was one of the most exciting but most nerve-wracking experiences of my life. I was traveling across the country by car with my favorite person, but I was also just so nervous to be leaving family and friends and everything, and I was just so anxious every day. And until like I had something to occupy myself in October with my job, I was just a wreck. So, but I'm so thankful that I did it with my best friend, because I wouldn't have made it. I really wouldn't have, probably would have turned right back around. But that's something to talk about too, like moving, like our experience here together and being so far away from home. So maybe I'll talk about that in another video. Let's see. How do you meet new people? I'm one of those people that's like an introvert extrovert, so I think that's a thing. Like there's like a test that tells you, but I'm definitely very outgoing and fun when I'm around people that I know and that I'm comfortable with. But for people that like I don't know, or like strangers and stuff, like if you see me in the grocery store, like if I do know you, like I'm probably like going like this, because like I don't like to talk in public, and like I'm just like so awkward. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I am not one of those people that reaches out to people or like things like that because it just makes me anxious. I don't know. What if they think I'm weird or something? But how I met people here is through work. I'm so thankful for everyone that I work with because I love them and we're just such a fun group and we get each other through the night. I work night shift, so we support each other the whole time and we're like the best team ever. But then also Dwayne's in a program with like 30 something other people. So I've met all of them and I'm just so thankful for them as well because they've made me feel part of the group and have made me feel just like this is my second home, and I'm thankful for them too. But and also thankful for everyone for accepting me for being awkward at the beginning but now being comfortable. Let's see. What's the most important thing about a strong relationship? Another good video topic, so I'll probably talk about that more in depth in another video, but I think listening is so important. You really have to listen to not only like the words that are coming out of your partner's mouth, but their actions and their body language and their moods. Like just pay attention to those things because it's just like really important. Hold on, I'm gonna try to focus the lighting. Ooh, that made it a little brighter so I'm not as bald, but I don't want it like that. Ooh, maybe like that. Ooh, like that. Okay. But definitely listening because you can learn a lot about your partner and you can be there for them in different ways if you're just paying attention. But then also realizing too, this is the second point, that arguments are natural. Dwayne was just telling his close friend recently that like we just feel so much closer after our arguments because we usually have these like really deep conversations after and we're just having these heart to hearts and it's just like great. But what we are realizing too is that we're not the same person, and you and your partner are not the same person. So you have to realize that that is a good thing for one, and for two, you're not going to agree on everything because of that, and that disagreements are okay, and that coming to a common ground or agreement after is not necessarily going to always happen, and that is okay as well. So just realizing those things and knowing that you can still go to bed happy and not mad at each other and that you can still love each other even though you may disagree on this topic is really important because disagreements are going to happen. Conversations, discussions, arguments, whatever you call them are going to happen, and it's natural. So just realize that and know that it shouldn't be something that should break you and that you might have a rough patch where you're bickering or arguing a lot, but maybe it's something like you're missing your family or something else is going on. You miss spending time with each other. I'm speaking from experience. So that could be happening too. So maybe just evaluating other things that are going on in your life and realizing maybe why you're feeling more irritable than regular. Yeah. Let's see. What are you most looking forward to with marriage? Building our family together. Dwayne and I both come from families that were split when we were pretty young, so that's kind of a good topic too. Oh my gosh, you guys are creating great topics. But we are excited, especially because of that, like building our unit together and building our family and having a family that lasts forever. And we're just, I don't know, really excited for things like that. I'm excited about having like a mortgage and like owning things and feeling like an adult and things like that. But yeah. Oh my gosh, this lighting, I cannot get it together. Maybe I shouldn't have done it at this time of day. Okay, now I'm really messing it up. I shouldn't have done it at this time of day. Okay, now I'm really messing it up. Okay. How has distance influenced family and friend relationships? It's only made the strongest one stronger, which I'm very thankful for. The heart grows fonder with distance or something like that. And it's definitely true. We actually got to go home last week and see our family for the first time since August. So that was really nice. I mean, we saw like our parents and our siblings in December, but we got to see them again, which was really nice, and then we got to see additional family members as well. But yeah, it's made relationships so much stronger. We talk to them like almost every day, and friends, I'm texting, FaceTiming, social media, keeping each other up to date with things like that. So yes, it's made the strongest one stronger. A couple people have fallen off, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean? Like, if you're moving or you're starting something new, like people are gonna fall off, and it's sad, but you gotta move on. You know, some people just go different ways. how do you push through hard times? So I think I mentioned earlier that I have anxiety, and it's very much true. I'll just like have these moments where I'm just like really sad, or I'm just like feeling like my thoughts are raging, and I didn't know that I had clinical anxiety until my junior year of college. So now it's like, now that I'm now when I have like episodes, I know how to name it. Like before, I was just like not knowing what was wrong. I would have an attitude or whatever, and people would just think that I'm having an attitude, but like, and I couldn't explain that what was going on, and I just wasn't dealing with it well. But now things are different, which I'm probably gonna talk about too later on. But yeah, so how I get past those hard times inside and outside of work, I think they're asking. Inside of work, I don't bring my personal life to work. Because I'm so focused on my patients that I don't even think about things outside of work, which is really good for me. But outside of work, and I'll talk about stress that comes with nursing specifically, but outside of work, when I'm dealing with, when I'm anxious or really stressed or something like that, I kind of just take some alone time and like go to the coffee shop or go to the pool or just, relax and watch some TV. Sometimes I work out. I love working out. I really do, but it takes some effort to get there, and sometimes my anxiety prevents me from that. Or like, there have been a couple of times where I've gone to the gym and literally walked straight out. Like, I've walked into the gym, like badged in and everything, and then I get so overwhelmed that I just leave, and that's really hard. But I just try again the next day, and because I know that working out helps me. I feel like a brand new person, especially if I add the sauna to it. Like, I feel great after, and so I know that it helps me, so I haven't given up on working out, but sometimes it's just, I don't have the energy. But all of those things combined definitely help me. Sometimes I'll do multiple of those things in a day, which is nice that I'm able to do that, working 3 days a week as a nurse. But that's one of my favorite things about the job, is that I have more days throughout the week for self-care. And sometimes a little retail therapy is good. Let's see. I have some other questions too on here that aren't necessarily relationship or nursing related, but I want to save them because I want to do a Q&A. I think I just shook the phone. Sorry. I want to do a Q&A at the end of my videos, all of my videos, so I might answer your question later. I would try my best. That's okay. um, but I'm gonna answer this last question really quick. Someone asked me, why do you want to start YouTube? And I think that it's funny that this person is the one that asked me, because she's definitely been one that has influenced me to do this. I just think it looks fun. The first couple times that I tried, I just was going in with the wrong approach, and now I'm doing it because I think it's like a fun hobby, and just like, I have things to talk about, I have opinions, like I want people to hear my voice. So that's why I'm just like, okay, I want to start one. But there have also been a couple friends that have started as well, that I'm going to tag their little link to their channel below, so make sure you go follow them and try to find them on Instagram and stuff too, because they are thebomb.com. But first Magda started, and then my friend Jumiana, and then Jayla, and they're all flourishing, they're all, living their best lives, and I'm trying to do mine too. So yes, thank you everyone for your questions. If I didn't answer your question today, I didn't answer,